Hey everyone, we're back with the Neewer Part 3 studio gear review video. We're going to be checking out the video production gear that they offer, some of the stuff that they have. Mainly, a really nice tripod, as well as a monitor. So the tripod comes with this ball head mount, and it does have a pretty fluid side-to-side motion on there, so that's kind of nice. You have all the adjustability you get with the ball head, and that's nice. And you have all sorts of adjustability with this here. As you can see, you have the clips here. You don't have to worry about like a spacer restricting how far out you can go with the legs in the middle, like the braces that you see in some tripods. But you do have this point of adjustment, and we'll show you how this part works, because this is actually really nice, really good selling point of this tripod. You have these ones that you pull down to adjust the legs out or in, and then you have the actual leg height adjustments on these rings that you tighten or loosen as you see fit in order to get everything even the way that you want. Overall, this feels solid, and it's not all that heavy either. So one of the nicest features on this tripod is that you can get this angular adjustment with it, even sort of set it up as a boom arm if you wanted to do something different with it by fully adjusting this all the way out to the edge. And you can get some interesting angles with your camera on this as well. You can turn it from here, and it's just everything's smooth on it, which is nice. But it doesn't have that strong of a weight capacity for you to do it like this. So if you were to bring this all the way out and you have a heavier camera rig set up with like a big fat Sigma lens on there, it may want to fall down a little bit. So if you're going to be doing this sort of stuff with the camera all the way extended out, make sure that you're properly braced in case it were to fall over or anything like that, or maybe use it with the lighter camera if you can. But the fact that you can do this and have this sort of adjustability with this kind of tripod is really nice. Now that we checked out the tripod, let's check out the monitor. Let's set that up on the camera here. I already put the mount for it on the top on the cold shoe mount, so let's go ahead and gear out the monitor and then get it mounted. So this monitor comes with an HDMI relief bracket, which can come in handy. And then it also comes with a this is a mini HDMI to HDMI adapter. So I really do like that they include the cables. It even has an AV breakout cable and then a micro HDMI to HDMI adapter. So I actually really do like the fact that it includes the cables, because sometimes finding the right kind of cable that will work properly with your camera setup is a pain, and the fact that they include them is nice. There we go. So you also have a firmware update port. There's a USB upgrade port right here, it says it, and then an OSD controller port, headphone port. So if you have a camera that you can't monitor the audio with, this should be able to add functionality of monitoring where you couldn't previously, like with this camera. And you have the AV breakout port that will go right here. You can also hook this up with an AC adapter if you wanted to, or probably with a D-tap into like a V-mount setup using the DC 12V port that is right here. So here we are with the monitor hooked up, which it works flawlessly. It works straight away. There was no having to restart the camera multiple times or anything like that. There's adjustability on the monitor itself. I saw source selection on there. It has focus assist, which is nice, because if your camera doesn't have anything like focus peaking on it, you could use the monitor to help you make sure you get solid focus on there. So the zoom in feature of your camera, if it has it, is even more pronounced on here with that, so it's nice and sharp, which is a definite plus. And yeah, you have different colors you can apply to it if there's different things you wanted to check, which is really nice. And it just seems like it's decently feature packed for the price point that it sits at. When it comes to production quality and working on videos and filmmaking and all that, it's really important that you nail focus. Having a bigger screen like this, like a flippy screen, is nice, I'll give you that, but they're not always the easiest to make sure that you nailed focus. Having a monitor on your camera will really help make sure that you nailed that focus. And ultimately, that is the biggest benefit of having a monitor. The second biggest benefit of having one of these is if your camera doesn't have a flippy screen. If there's no way for you to sit in front of the camera and know that you're in the shot and that you're framed well, it's really difficult to do that sort of vloggy style or interview style footage or shooting that you want to do, because you never really know exactly where you sit in the frame or if you're in focus. This monitor will help you with that. So right now it is facing backwards, but all you got to do to turn it around is just to spin it around. And there you go. Now I can see myself in the front. I loosened it a little bit too much though, so I'm going to spin it back and tighten it. Another added benefit is if you have a camera that does not have a headphone jack on it for you to monitor your audio, this adds it to it. So super useful in that regard. Now the ease of use when installing the sunshade and getting all that put on, it's real easy. The fact that it's Velcro is also really nice. Make sure you can take it off and on real easy. It's not secured in some way that makes it difficult to handle, and you can put it away a lot easier that way too, because it just folds right up. So the setup I'm showing here is my G85 with the Sigma 18-35 on the Viltrox EFM2 speed booster. We have the Neewer monitor right up here, and then we have one of the Neewer ring lights that we featured in the other video right in front of that. So you can get sort of a well-lit all-in-one setup with a ring light like this and your camera. You have it in there with your monitor, and you have a nice full setup that looks real nice, as you can see. And that's it for part 3 of the Neewer studio gear review series that we've been doing. And overall, this is some really valuable stuff. I think they got a lot of value, and they look good. They make my face look good in this camera. Man, it looks sweet. We're gonna be setting all this up in my studio in a more sort of permanent setup, and I'm gonna be using it for a while to see how it really fits and how it stacks up for shooting and streaming and any production that we do here on our channel. So make sure you stay tuned for that video coming soon. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. Hit the bell notification so you really don't miss it, and we'll see you in the next video. Make sure to check out one of the other ones over here, or check out the other videos prior to this one. That will be linked in the description below, or also right over here. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Also, special thanks to Neewer for reaching out and having us check all this stuff out. All their stuff, everything that we've checked out in this video series will be linked down in the description below. If any of it interests you, make sure you click one of those links. It's an affiliate link. It'll help us out, and at no cost to you as well. So support the channel. We'd appreciate that.